Hello! Hello, hello, hello! 1, 2, 3, 4. I am back finally. Sorry, it's been a while. It's kind of been a crazy month. That is why there is no wrap-up. Because I literally read a book and a half. Yeah. It was such a crazy busy month last month that I just didn't really have any time for reading. So I will be getting a TBR done, but I wanted to give you guys a haul first because I've been away for a month. I've also been book shopping. Ha 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 ha. I have a problem. Since my last haul, I've bought quite a few more books, and I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to go ahead and get started because, holy crap, I have a lot. Okay, first off, our Walmart really doesn't have a good book section. Like, it's kind of pathetic. However, every now and then they do have a couple good books, and so I was pretty excited to pick up some of these. The first one that I found, I've been looking for this book since I first saw it on Goodreads about a year ago, and I have not been able to find it at any of my bookstores, and I just haven't ordered it online because it hasn't been on Book Outlet, and I don't order off Amazon as much as I probably should, but that's beside the point. I finally found this book, and it is Dobbins by Holly Black. This is the paperback version. I am not very far into it. But anyways, Dobbins is a middle grade novel by Holly Black. A lot of you know Holly Black. She wrote The Coldest Girl in Cold Town, White Cat, Red Glove, Black Hat, I think. And then she also teamed up with Cassandra Clare on The Iron Trial, if that gives you anything. I actually haven't read anything of hers, but of the ones that I own of hers, and of the ones that I've read synopses of, this is the one that I'm most excited about, and I think it's just because I have this weird fascination with horror. Anyways, this is basically a middle grade horror novel. It's not super scary on the whole, like, adult side. Obviously, it's made for you know, children, but it is about 3 children who play dolls, and they have one doll that is like the queen of the dolls, and there's something about a ghost girl, and it just sounded really interesting. I know I'm horrible at describing books, but really this one piqued my interest, and it's supposed to be spooky, and I like spooky, so I was really excited to find this at Walmart. Also at Walmart, I totally didn't know this was in paperback yet, I got my hands on a copy of City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare. It's going to take me a while to get to this one because I just finished, 2 months ago, not last month obviously, 2 months ago, finished Fallen Angels. I still have Lost Souls in this one, and I still have the 3 Infernal Devices that I need to get through. So we'll see. We'll see. This, I want to finish this series this year, but realistically, I might finish it by this time next year. So I picked up A Game of Thrones, A Clash of Kings, Storm of Swords, and A Feast for Crows, all by George R.R. Martin. I gave my big copy of Game of Thrones to a friend. She really wanted to read it, and I don't need 2 copies of it, and I wanted it to match the rest of them, and these were on sale, and so that's how that went. And so I got the first 4. Side note, I got the 5th one, A Dance with Dragons, at Hastings when I went there, but I didn't get it at Walmart, so I didn't want to show it all together, but I'm going to anyways because they're series. Now, I already had Outlander, and then they also had, I was going to try and get as many of those as I could, but they only had the first and the second ones. So I got Dragonfly and Amber, which is the second one in the Outlander series, so by Diana Gabaldon. I'm really excited to read this series, and I need to get on it, but y'all know, my light knows that I have so much to read, it's ridiculous. So, moving on! I did make a couple Hastings runs this past month. I picked up The Paper Magician. I saw this, it's by Charlie H. Holmberg. I saw this on Jesse the Reader's channel. He had I think it's a duology, but this was $5.99, so I was like, I don't even know. Obviously, it's about magic and paper, maybe. I don't know. But he seemed to be excited about it, so I was like, well, it's $6, might as well just pick it up, and it seems pretty short, so maybe I can knock it out soon. We'll see. I really need to stop buying books. I have picked up a couple other books at Hastings. Finally, they had in stock the Brothers Grimm Volume 2, 110 Grimmer Fairy Tales. I already have the first one. It's in this beautiful word cloud edition. It's got the gorgeous end papers, and I'm just so excited to have them both. And so they match, and they're both beautiful, and I don't even know what else to say. I love fairy tales, and I love Grimm's fairy tales, especially. I think because they're dark fairy tales. Hans Christian Andersen were pretty grim, but you know, can't get any grimmer than Grimm. One of my favorite books that I've just gotten from Hastings. I finally invested in a copy in one of these editions. I really want to get the whole collection of them because they're gorgeous. But I settled for getting one because they are $23, which is kind of ridiculous. I got myself a brand new copy of Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. It has an introduction by Guillermo del Toro, who is one of my favorite directors / producers / everything he does in Hollywood. So he wrote an introduction to all of these, and they're just gorgeous. They're all like black with some sort of neon. So Frankenstein's black with neon blue. They have black with neon green, neon orange, neon pink. They have, I think there's 6 or 8 in the whole set. And the ends of the pages are black. They are just freaking beautiful. And I love Frankenstein. It's one of the top 2 on my classic horror, faves. So I had to pick it up. I didn't see a Dracula one, otherwise, I would have picked Dracula up, but I finally gave in. So the next book that I picked up was The Murder Complex. This is the last one I picked up, actually, at Hastings. It is by Lindsay Cummings. I first heard about this book when she followed me on Twitter, which, thank you, Lindsay, for following me on Twitter. If you watch these, you probably don't, but you never know. I was really excited to get into this. I haven't actually started reading it, but I'm excited to get into it because the little teaser that it is really piqued my interest, and I'll read that to you. Otherwise, I know nothing about this book. It just says, "Welcome to the Murder Complex. You cannot see us, you cannot feel us, but we are here, and we control your every move." And it's got barcodes on the end of each page, which was really interesting. I've been meaning to pick up a copy of this for a while, and I don't know why I haven't. I think I haven't been able to find it. And I finally spotted it. There were 2 copies left, and one of them was going home with me, and it did. And so I hope to read this one soon and do a full review, because I think it's going to be a pretty awesome book. Yeah. Moving on. So I went to Books A Million because my subscription ends this month, and I wanted to get one more deal out of it because I really didn't use that all that much because I moved out here. So I'm probably not going to renew my subscription, not because I don't like Books A Million, but just because I don't use it. They always have a group of books that are on sale. That's how I got Days of Blood and Starlight. It was in that on sale section. This one was there, and for $10 I got the Hans Christian Andersen Best Loved Fairy Tales. It's got like the Little Mermaid in it. It's got a whole bunch of the like original fairy tales, like the really gruesome. If you haven't read any of the original fairy tales that like the Disney movies are based on, you're missing out because they are so much more interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the Disney movies. I am a Disney-holic, but I also like really dark things when it comes to stories, and these are all just wicked. They're really, really wicked. And they are not the same. They're totally not the same as the Disney movies. They've been liberally adapted. But I was really excited that they had this on sale. So now I have Hans Christian Andersen, and I also have my Grimm's fairy tales, so to keep me, to read to myself at bedtime. I mean, bedtime stories! So, from my last haul, that big, huge Barnes & Noble haul that I had, there was a book that I really wanted to get, but I had reached my limit on books. I went overboard at Barnes & Noble, so I didn't pick it up. But ever since then, this book has kind of been nagging at me, saying, get me, get me, get me, I'm intriguing. Just like that, too. And so I finally decided that I needed a copy of it. And it is called We All Looked Up by Thome Wallach. I hope that's how you pronounce the last name. I love how simple the cover is. It's just stunning. But it seems like it's basically well, what it makes me think of is The Breakfast Club at the end of the world. Because it mentions the athlete, the slacker, the overachiever. There's an asteroid apparently coming. They have 2 months to live. And it just seemed like a really interesting story. And it's been kind of nagging at me since I first read the short, simple description on the inside. And so I had to pick it up. And I hope that I can get it read soon. I'm currently reading Sharp Objects. So we'll see if I can get through that one. And then we'll see which one I start next. Who knows? So the last book that I'm going to show you guys is actually, after reading it, one of my favorite books of the year. Spoiler, because I'm going to do a review on it. But I picked it up because I'm really interested in this particular artist. And I'm really interested in music and the music making process and the songwriting process and everything about it. I'm intrigued by that. I love to perform myself, and so I really have been, ever since I heard about this book, I really wanted to get my hands on it because this is currently my favorite singer-songwriter. And I'm sure you guys already know who that is, and that's Ed Sheeran. He has a book out called Ed Sheeran, A Visual Journey. Philip Buta, I apologize for not knowing how to pronounce his last name, got together and Ed wrote the book, and it's basically his life, like his music career from childhood to Multiply, which is the most recent album that he has released. And it's got such visually stunning artwork in it. I'm only going to give you a few tastes, but they're just beautiful, and they're all different styles, but they're all done, that's a photograph, but they're all done by one of Ed's best friends, Philip Utah, and he created the art to go along with this book, and it is just, it's beautiful. I'm not going to tell you too much about it because I want you to go see the review, because I'm going to do a review on it, and I also went to an Ed Sheeran concert. I'm going to tack on a review to the end of that video of the concert as well, because I feel like they go together beautifully. But it's about Ed Sheeran, and it's about how he ended up making it in the music business, and it's really, really eye-opening. So, and it's my favorite color. So, Alright, guys. I know that got weird. I'm sorry that got weird, but it got weird. It's been a while, and I apologize for that as well. I want to thank you for sticking with me this long. It's actually, this month is my 1 year. Wow. This month is my 1 year anniversary of making booktube videos, so that's incredible. I'm really going to be more diligent about getting you guys videos. I really apologize for last month. It just kind of got away from me. But I love you all so much for watching. You make me smile. Leave questions, comments, anything you want down in the comment section below. I will leave my friendship links, as always, in that little doobly-doo there. If you want to, I don't even know where I'm going with that. My mouth is trying to speak before my brain can catch up, so I don't know where that sentence was going, but I love you all so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and I guess I will see you in my next video where this outfit will be the same. Bye!